Welcome back, students. Good morning to all the TY students. So, yes, we have started with our syllabus and we have discussed our first chapter, enzyme. The first point, that is how to determine the actives, how to determine the enzymes or amino acids present at the active site. We have even discussed our first physical method, that is X-ray crystallography. Before before discussing the X-ray crystallography, we have shown the uh, general criteria of the enzymes, that what are the enzymes, salient features of the enzyme, structure of the enzyme, and the active site. So enzymes, this enhance the rate of the reaction. We can use or recycle the enzymes. Okay, and three structure we have discussed: primary, secondary, and tertiary structure. Active site, these are the cleft present at the structure of the enzyme. So this all the points we have discussed, and we have started our methods. X-ray crystallography we have shown. Now in this video we will discuss about NMR, that is nuclear magnetic resonance effect or nuclear magnetic resonance. What is this NMR? This is mostly used to determine the structure of the molecules. It may be protein, it may be any organic compound. Okay, so mostly it is also used in the research technique, and this technique is completely based on the magnetic field. So the name is given magnetic resonance, nuclear magnetic resonance. It not only determines the structure of the compound or the structure of the molecule, it also determines or gives the idea of physical and chemical properties of atoms in the molecule. And as I told, that it relies on the phenomenon of the magnetic field. Due to, as it depends on the phenomenon of magnetic field, it gives you detailed information about the origin, I'll not say origin, but the dynamic reaction state and the chemical environment of the molecule. So overall it is a powerful technique to characterize any compound mostly containing carbon hydrogen. So it is mostly used in the organic chemistry or in the organic field. So this was general introduction or framework of NMR. We will come to the protocol or components used in the NMR. NMR consists of the magnet, which is very important, sample and sample holder is there, radio frequency generator is there, detector, and the recorder. So these are the components of the NMR machine. Now I will tell you protocol, exactly how we determine the structure of the protein or organic compound by using this NMR machine or by using the magnetic field. Suppose now we will consider, as I told you, this technique is completely based on the magnetic field. So the question arises, how the magnetic field is been provided or how the magnetic field is been generated. So the answer of this question is very simple. We will consider one atom, hydrogen. Okay, the atomic number of hydrogen is 1. It consists of 1 proton and 1 electron. A very simple funda to understand the this effect, or this we can say this concept. Okay, so let's see. Hydrogen is there, which consists of 1 proton and 1 electron. Now what happened? This electron revolve around the proton. Okay, as electron revolve around the proton, this proton also has the property to spin, to revolve, to rotate, and due to this property of the proton, it generates a magnetic field. It behaves like a magnet. It means who? Hydrogen. Hydrogen behaves like a magnet. It gains the magnetic field. It acquires the magnetic field. Okay, so this is the first point. What is the first point? Due to the spinning property or due to the rotation property of the proton, it behaves like a magnet. And to detect this structure, it is very important that the given atom must be or must behave like a magnet. Okay, getting my point? So what is the first point I'm trying to say is just that कि प्रोटॉन है, हाइड्रोजन है, इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ वन प्रोटॉन, एक प्रोटॉन आणि एक इलेक्ट्रॉन आहे. काय होतं, इलेक्ट्रॉन रिव्हॉल्व होत आहे. इलेक्ट्रॉन जसे रिव्हॉल्व होते तसे प्रोटॉनसुद्धा रिव्हॉल्व होत आहे आणि ह्या प्रोटॉनच्या रिव्हॉल्वमेंट किंवा स्पिनिंगमुळे काय होतं आहे, हे हायड्रोजन इट बिहेव्स लाईक अ मॅग्नेट. It gains the magnetic field. Okay, its spinning can be any direction. Okay, it doesn't matter, parallel, anti-parallel, clock, anti-clock. It just gives the external magnetic field. That is the first point. What is the second point to keep in mind? We apply energy to, now suppose, okay, let me show you with the diagram. I'll show you with the diagram. Let's see. This is the overall. Yes, I'll show you with the diagram. Now consider that this is the NMR machine, or this is the general criteria of NMR, and here in arrow I have shown you the direction of the magnetic field. Okay, in this direction we are providing the magnetic field. Okay, now here we have our hydrogen atom. As I told you that this hydrogen atom, it behaves like a magnet. Why it behaves like a magnet? Because of spinning property of the electrons, sorry, because of the spinning property of the proton. Okay, and why proton is being spin? Due to electron. Now this is the magnet, that is the hydrogen. Okay, now this hydrogen or the magnet is in the direction of the magnetic field. याची डायरेक्शन काय? टुवर्ड्स द मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड. आता magnet or the atom having the direction towards the magnetic field is known as alpha spin. आपण त्याला काय म्हणतो? अल्फा स्पिन. ओके, आणि now I have to revolve this hydrogen into the reverse pattern. Reverse pattern means what? Opposite of the magnetic field direction. So what I will require? I will require to apply the energy, okay, or to apply the magnetic field. मला more magnet, जास्त magnetic field apply करावी लागेल, जास्त energy apply करावी लागेल, because मला magnetic fieldच्या opposite direction मध्ये माझं atom फिरवायचं आहे, माझं magnet फिरवायचं आहे. ओके, ती opposite direction ला आपण म्हणतो बीटा स्पिन. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? फर्स्ट वॉज अल्फा स्पिन. अल्फा स्पिन कसली आहे? हायड्रोजन ॲटमची विच बिहेव्स लाईक अ मॅग्नेट. So these two spins are very important, alpha spin and beta spin. Okay, so this is the second point. We apply the magnetic field and convert the alpha spin into the beta spin. Okay, now let's see our next point. We will consider the example. Okay, with the example it will be more clear to you. Now let's see the example. Suppose I have the carbon. Let me draw once again. Okay, suppose I have the carbon, hydrogen and carbon. Okay, these three are there. Now here hydrogen, it consists of one electron, one proton. But this carbon, it consists of lot of electron. बरोबर, फरक समजते. Atomic number of carbon is 6, hydrogen is 1. Definitely there will be difference between the electron. So hydrogen, it contain one electron, one proton, and carbon, it contain lot of electron. Now here proton, it will act as the magnet. Okay, this proton will act as the magnet, as I told you earlier. And this proton, now hydrogen is not alone. Hydrogen is not alone. Hydrogen is connected to two carbon atom. Getting my point? This one and this two. So this hydrogen is not single. It is connected to two carbon atom. Now this magnet, this is the magnet of the hydrogen. This magnet is masked by lot of electron, and this concept is known as magnetic shielding, that is MS. Okay, it is known as the magnetic shielding. Definition करायची म्हटली तर काय कराल तुम्ही? Magnet is masked or covered by lot of electron called as the magnetic shielding. काय करते मॅग्नेटिक शिल्डिंग? इट प्रिव्हेंट दी मॅग्नेटिक फीचर ऑफ दी हायड्रोजन. Okay, now how this magnetic shielding concept is related to determine the structure of amino acid present at the active site, that we are going to see. So third point is of magnetic shielding. Coming to the fourth point, what is the fourth point? Now if there are no electrons present near the magnet, okay, no electrons are present near the magnet, what will happen? The magnetic effect will be high. ओके, म्हणजे काय, कन्सिडर करा की आता फक्त एकच हायड्रोजन आहे, आजूबाजूला कार्बन ॲटम्स नाही आहे, जस्ट एकच हायड्रोजन आहे. तर या एका हायड्रोजनला मला मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड ही जास्त प्रोव्हाइड करावी लागेल. ओके, जास्त एनर्जी मला प्रोव्हाइड करावी लागेल टू टर्न इन टू द बीटा हेलिक्स और बीटा टर्न. ओके, बट when this hydrogen is surrounded by these two carbon atoms, the less energy will be required, the less magnetic field be required. Okay, that is just clear concept that I want to tell you. Let me erase this all the things. Okay, what I want to tell you, let's start once again. What more if more electrons are present, just keep these two formulas in mind. If more electrons are present, we have to provide less magnetic field or less magnetic effect, and definitely if we provide less magnetic effect, we will require less energy, okay, to shift to the beta turn. And opposite is the case, if less electrons are present or no electrons are present, we will require the high magnetic field. Definitely we will require the more energy to shift to the beta helix. म्हणजेच काय, जर शिल्डिंग असेल, शिल्डिंग म्हणजे काय, मॅग्नेट इज मास्क्ड बाय और कवर्ड बाय लॉट ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. जर शिल्डिंग असेल तर लेस एनर्जी, आणि शिल्डिंग नसेल तर मोर एनर्जी. जस्ट दिस कीप इन माइंड. इफ शिल्डिंग इज देअर, yes, if shielding is there, you require the less energy, and if shielding is not there, if shielding is there, we require less energy, and if no shielding is there, opposite is the case, we require more energy. So by using these two concepts, that is shielding and the effect of the magnetic field, we will determine the structure of the amino acid present. Now here the main important concept, fifth important concept is of resonance. What is meant by resonance? Resonance means all atoms doing the same function at the same time. We have to keep the atoms, means all the atoms doing the same work at the same moment or at the same time. Okay, now I have, as I told, that if shielding is there, less energy, if de-shielding is there, more energy. Now this shielding and de-shielding pattern is observed onto the graph, that is onto the detector. Detector, it detects both the effect, shielding and non-shielding effect, and the graph is being detected onto the detector. How graph is been detected? Graph is been detected like, let me draw. This is the graph. Here on x-axis energy is there, and on y-axis you consider intensity. Okay, now let me draw the graph. Here I have drawn the graph. Okay, now first point is, which is the narrow point. It shows the effect of shielding. Shielding म्हणजेच काय? Once again I am repeating, shielding, when shielding process has been done, when less energy has been required, okay, and when less energy has been required, when there is more electron. So this is the first peak is of shielding, and second peak is of de-shielding, okay, which is little bit broader than the shielding effect. So by using this peak of shielding and de-shielding, we determine the structure of the amino acid present at the active site. Okay, now let me tell you with examples. Suppose we have atom CH2, CH3, and chlorine is there. Okay, this is not atom, a molecule, Cl, CH2, CH3. Now see here, CH3. Okay, CH3, it contains the 3 electrons. Okay, suppose let this is the B carbon and this is the A carbon. Okay, now in B carbon, what will be the effect here? More hydrogens are there, so energy required for B hydrogen will be less. Why it will be less? Because electrons are more. Okay, so the peak इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर मोर. सो पिक पहले किसका जनरेट होगा? ये CH3 का पहले पिक जनरेट होगा. क्यों CH3 का पिक पहले जनरेट होगा? क्योंकि उसमें हाइड्रोजन 3 है, यानी कि क्या हमें जो एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड है, 3 हाइड्रोजन है, मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हो गए क्योंकि कार्बन उतने हैं. ओके, मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हो गए. मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होने की वजह से हमें मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट लेस अप्लाई करना होगा, लेस एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड होगी. और शील्डिंग भी क्या होगा? फिर shielding will be also less energy has been required, so there is the effect of shielding. So the peak will be generated at the first position as compared to the de-shielding. Come towards the carbon number A, it consists of the 2 hydrogen, so there will be less electrons, right? When less electrons are there, we have to provide more magnetic field. When we provide more magnetic field, it will require more energy. ओके, अँड द शिल्डिंग इफेक्ट विल बी मोर, म्हणजे डी शिल्डिंग आपण बोलूयात. ओके, डी शिल्डिंगचं पीक सेकंडली प्रोड्यूस होईल, म्हणजे डिपेंडिंग ऑन द नंबर ऑफ द हायड्रोजन अँड दी carbon surrounded to that hydrogen, the peak is been generated onto the detector and is been recorded, and the results are being interpreted. Now what is this role of chlorine? As chlorine is highly electronegative atom, what it will do? It will drag electron towards itself. ठीक आहे, तो स्वतःजवळ इलेक्ट्रॉन खेचेल, स्वतःजवळ इलेक्ट्रॉन पुश करेल. okay, it will push electron towards itself and it will become too energized, highly energetic compound होईल, and it will zero effect of, आपण त्याला म्हणूया zero effect of energy, त्याला जी एनर्जीची गरजच नसेल, because it dragged electron towards the itself. okay, no energy will be required or very less energy will be required. okay, and the shielding peak will be shielding, not de-shielding peak will be generated, which will be again at the third position. So in this way we can determine the structure of the amino acid or structure of the proteins. So this is the general criteria. What you, once again I will tell you what criteria you will keep in mind. The criteria which you will keep in mind is that, okay, let me erase it, it looks so weird. ठीक है, what criteria? Once again I'll repeat all the points in short. First criteria is the spinning. Hydrogen contain one proton. Here hydrogen act as the magnet. हायड्रोजन इथं मॅग्नेट म्हणून ॲक्ट करतो. का मॅग्नेट म्हणून ॲक्ट करतो? कारण इलेक्ट्रॉन्स हे रिव्हॉल्व होतात. ड्यू टू द स्पिनिंग ऑफ द इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रोटॉनसुद्धा स्पिन होतात. ओके, ह्या स्पिनिंगमुळे मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड जनरेट होते. दॅट इज द फर्स्ट पॉईंट. मॅग्नेटिक फील्ड जनरेट झाल्यावरती आता अल्फा स्पिन आणि बीटा स्पिन आपण बघितलं. अल्फा स्पिन म्हणजे काय? त्या मॅग्नेटची किंवा त्या ॲटमची डायरेक्शन ही टुवर्ड्स दी मॅग्नेटिक फील्डच्या डायरेक्शनकडे असते. okay, that is the alpha spin, and if we want to revolve that alpha spin, if we want to oppose the direction, magnetic field च्या opposite आपल्याला जर डायरेक्शन करायची असेल तर आपल्याला एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड आहे. ती एनर्जी आपण इलेक्ट्रोमॅग्नेटिक वेव्हनी सुद्धा देऊ शकतो. ओके, अँड देन द डायरेक्शन इज बिन रिव्हर्स, नोन ॲज द बीटा स्पिन. नेक्स्ट वी हॅव सॉन द magnetic shielding effect. What is the magnetic shielding? Magnet is covered by lot of electron, it is known as the magnetic shielding. okay, and it is different for the different molecule. next concept आपण बघितली, magnetic effect हा लो असतो कधी जेव्हा जास्त इलेक्ट्रॉन प्रेझेंट असतील. मोर इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, magnetic effect low, less energy. okay, and if there is less energy, shielding effect is there. and if high magnetic field is there, definitely we will require more energy. But when there are less electron, more electron, less magnetic field, less electron, more magnetic field, less energy, shielding, more energy, de-shielding. Okay, so on the basis of the shielding and the de-shielding process, we get the graph or we get the peak, and that peak is used to determine the structure of the protein on the basis of the hydrogen and carbon atom present near the hydrogen. So this all the points we have discussed. So these were the two physical method, X-ray crystallography and NMR. Okay, in next video we will discuss about the chemical method. Thank you.